Morning, all traders out there, and welcome to the session today. Yeah, Nanavati ji, I'm there. I can see Daily Trader. Hi, Daily Trader. Great to see you on a regular basis. So let's start. So yesterday, what happened is, if you are all aware that, see, is always very important for you to trader कि आप जो ट्रेंड को पहले डिसाइड करो. ट्रेंड क्या है, अप है, डाउन है, कि साइडवेज है. निफ्टी ने लास्ट लो तोड़ा था, फाइन. Once it has breached the last low, it means that the trend is sideways, still not down. और sideways trend में last swing high cross करना, it's very tough. Remember that. So that is where the reaction came from. These are the small things, or what you say, part of your trade plan. You should always be aware of it. That's why we say your trend is your friend till it bends at the very end. अगर sideways है तो it will bend at the last swing high. So before we go into the session, let me read out the disclaimer part. This is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute any financial advice. So this is what I wanted to highlight today, but as a matter of regular routine, what we do to plan for the day, always have a check on what the global markets are doing. The headline says that US futures little change with inflation GDP data on the tap. So आपको ध्यान होना चाहिए कि यूएस में इन्फ्लेशन और जीडीपी डेटा रिलीज होने वाला है. So the report release in always there is whether again the Dow Fed will be hawkish or dovish or rate cuts will be there or pause will be there. Lots of such uncertainty do comes in, right? So yesterday Dow closed with a cut of 267 points, which is 0.5% down. Futures are trading flat right now. So let's go and check what Asia is doing. So right now the interest rate stuff out there is by the Fed is going to be a center stage for the short-term volatility or the swing. So futures are flat. I want indices futures. I want to check it out what Asia is doing. See whether it makes sense or not sense in a particular day. Please don't look at that. If something you have to look for big moves or the headlines which could affect the day-to-day volatility in the market. Bovespa, which is primarily metal, is up 2%. Nikkei 190, I would term it as a flat. Hang Seng it flat, mildly negative. So no big clues from the global markets other than you should be aware of your the US data part. Now you see what has happened is this year resistance to test ho gaya. Market has dipped down. Now what? Now you see ये पूरा जो market है has taken shape of a falling channel. Now falling channel means that the total short term volatility swings in the market, आप channel का depth कहीं से भी कहीं ले लो, from here to here or any point, it is 2.24%. So now till we hold the channel low, एक 2.25% का volatility intra-week will be there. And as of today, the support at the channel low is 25,300. Now, look at this also. Right now, market जो है बहुत important moving average के पास है, which is your long-term average, which is 200-day moving average. So market is at or around the 200-day moving average. Let's see whether it will take support, whipsaw, break. We'll have to watch out for it. So channel low and 200 DMA support is somewhere around 25,314, जो कि डेट मान लीजिए 175 points नीचे. Let me measure it for you. From the current close, the 200 DMA is approximately 140 points. कोई भी मार्केट इंपॉर्टेंट एवरेज के अगर इतने पास आता है तो एक बार टच टेस्ट और विपसॉ करके जाता. रिमेंबर दैट. आई विल रिपीट इन इंग्लिश. If prices do come to an important long-term support levels, they either touch, break or whipsaw. Whipsaw का मतलब this is a whipsaw. So will we undergo this sort of a move right now around 200? The behavioral pattern is same. This is how prices behaved around the 200-day moving average. Let's expect the same. So now as a trader, अगर 200 day टूटता है तो the swing or the trend on the daily Nifty will change to down, and in that case हम ये gap भरने जाने वाले हैं. First, I'm not going much lower. So ट्रेडर के लिए अगर डाउनसाइड लेवल हम देखें दिस 25,300 to 25,130. So that is what we have written in our Substack note also. I'll just take you, make sure everything is part of your plan, even the technical note on the Substack. So if you are not aware of it, I'll just put the group. You can join it. Fine. So it's a three-way process in which we have a post-market session, the Substack newsletter, and then we see the live markets. Are you there, Day Trader Nanavati ji, in the Substack part? Make sure uh, you join us, right? So that would help you in a big way. So support, if you see, candle is very bearish, and immediate support is 25,305, which is the 200-day. Above that, you have lower supports. And we cover stocks also. I'll come to it. So that's Nifty. Keep these two level in mind, 25,318 and 25,112. Now, अगर swing down है, remember that. हम लोगों ने क्या देखा कि ये हाई एक रेजिस्टेंस बन गया था. Now the resistance will shift lower around here. Remember that. So any bounce or a pullback, if you want, you can take this entire candle, previous day's candle. So this is now going to be the resistance for the markets. And on the support side, lower channel plus the gap, मुझे एक market का range मिल गया. Everybody getting it? So I have a message from Sankar. He says, Sankar says, I am in Substack and it's very helpful. HL performing, as you said, 2 days before. Fantastic, sir. Everything is there for you to make you an informed trader, a professional trader, and a better trader. All the support from Stocko Incred Money side is there for you. Please follow the plans, be regular in the sessions. That's all I would request you. So that's for Nifty for today. Keep a watch on 200 DMA and the gap. Let's just go and check the OI positions, which is the open interest. We need, as we said, we have to combine the both price action plus the OI part. In OI, we check the distribution. Let's go to Nifty and see the OI statistics. If somebody wants to learn this platform, Stocko Incred Money, today we have a session from 4:30 to 5:30 in the evening. You can register. It's free, complimentary to all, or go to stocko.in website. So that's, if you see the big towers on the Nifty, which is the call side, highest is at 25,600. And then we have 25,800. So these levels will look tough based on event. But the worst part is put it's evenly distributed between 25.4 all the way to 25.1. So it's too tough to pinpoint where the support for the market is. Let it get established right now and then we will look at it. So it's now at 25. So the big build-up for the next week expiry, given the uncertainty of the US data points, does show that traders have positioned themselves in terms of options market 500 points above and 500 points below from the current price. And the PCR right now is in the call open interest is 23.61, put is 13.43 crores. Which does suggest that there is a heavy OI buildup, which belongs to always the writers on the call side. So market heavy है call sides में. So that's a pressure on the markets, but be aware of the events. Now let's go to Bank Nifty. See, Bank Nifty, as we have seen earlier also, पहले भी हमने देखा है कि relatively stronger है compared to Nifty. But if you are aware, we said ये closing, sorry, this open and this high को resistance लेके चलो all time. How many of you remember this is what we have been highlighting? So now market is in this range. Deity said us yes. And again the support, because यहाँ पे एक higher lows का pattern बन रहा है. तो higher lows का pattern का मतलब है till those patterns don't get violated, we just stick to last low as the support. So the last low is a really big one. It is right from here to here, and that's how Bank Nifty is. But always हमें as a trader check करना. There are three averages which as a trader note down in your trading diary. You should always be aware of it. If prices are currently trading around those levels. And these three averages are 20, 50 and 200 day. First, I always check with 20. So अगर मैं 20 day मूविंग एवरेज डाल रहा हूँ, 20 day belongs to short term trader, 50 day to medium term, and 200 day to long term. Let's see what that group are doing. So right now at this support, you have 20 day moving average also. So now let's stop Bank Nifty over there till it's not breaking below this level. There is a pause, halt, or again you'll get a minor bounce or a uptick or a pullback from the current levels. If I go and check the 50, see average or price support दोनों अगर साथ में रहता तो then what we say is the odd increases of that level it should hold. 50 is also way down तो निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी को बहुत cushion है till 59,600, so which is 1,000 points from the current levels. So that was Bank Nifty, and we'll go and check out the OI also. कहाँ पे build-up दिख रहा है? So which is 24th. So if you see in Bank Nifty, 60,700 closing, which is the ATM. The OI build up in call is 61,000. So which is just 340 points above the current levels. आप देखो बड़े टावर से. If you want, I'll just zoom this part. See, maximum build up is right now here. So till now, अगर 61,000 क्रॉस नहीं करता है बैंक निफ्टी में, वो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस इस्टेब्लिश हो चुका है. And on the support side, the very big tower on the OI put build up is 60,000, which is 700 points from the current levels. उससे पहले एक रुकावट आ सकता है as a day trading 60,500. तो अभी आप 60,500 और 61,000 का रेंज लेके चलो बैंक निफ्टी में. Let us go. So 61,000 is somewhere here, which is this low, where the OI build up on the call is, and 60,000 फिर ये जोन में आ जा रहा है. Getting my explanation, friends? So that is how Bank Nifty is, and plan accordingly. Now, ऐसी volatility में, if there are sudden spikes, I would always recommend you, it's not a recommendation, just a suggestion that how to trade it. You can go to Stocko, SAS Online, which is a YouTube channel. And over here, I have prepared an elaborate 1 hour session on how to day trade based on those sudden reversals which come in. You can go to video section. In the video section, you have this scalping on expiry day. It was expiry day, but it is relevant for all time frame. If you want, change the settings on 5 minutes, right? And also there is momentum trading on gold and silver. So I would suggest this is a good way to get hold of those sudden spikes or reversals which do come in the markets. Right. So this we had done few days back. So you can use the time frame of charts to 5 minutes or 15 minutes. I will post this link. Make sure you go through it. So these are the resources which has been created so that you are on the right side of the markets. So now let me go back. Yes. So that's all from my side, friends. Be aware, we know the levels and we know the direction, we know the trend, we know the swing, and we know the OI distribution part also. So make sure you don't just listen in this session. Prepare a trade diary and keep on noting down the levels along with the price chart. So आपको पता चलेगा कहाँ पे मार्केट रुकेगा, कहाँ पे डाउनसाइड रुकेगा, कहाँ पे अपसाइड में रेजिस्टेंस आएगा, and plan accordingly. So before I end the session, let me read out the disclaimer. This is for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute any advice. So that's all from our side today. And thanks and have a nice day, everybody.